Welcome to the Periscope, episode
Welcome.
3,
Four.
4?
5?
Yeah.
4.
Okay. Yep.
We're episode 4.
Uh-huh. Where we smell our toes and eat our hair.
That's not going to happen on this episode. Let's do another round in the beginning. Welcome to the Periscope. My name is George, and as you know, this is Richard. This is episode 4, and today we're going to be talking about humility.
Well, I gotta leave.
All right, see you later.
Just
So, humility is something we want to touch on for a couple reasons. Richard, do you want to explain why? Because I think you have a good grasp on why we want to touch on this.
Well, really, because obviously we meet a lot of people who are pretty proud, or
They're
you know,
proud
yeah.
/ prideful.
Yes, exactly. There's many adjectives to use using the version of pride, but they are them.
And I think there's a lot of confusion about what pride and humility are, the relationship between the two. So we want to kind of flesh this out so you can understand at least what we believe to be the truth of this matter.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
So Matt thinks he's the best drummer, which is why he's holding a ginormous drumstick.
this is my drumstick.
No, but what is that, and why are you holding it?
It's a big drumstick.
Oh, okay.
It's a cane, actually.
Oh. Okay, so what is pride?
Well, pride is...
Because I think we got to start there in order to understand humility.
So pride is something that's an idea someone has about themselves, a false idea about
usually like an inflamed or not inflamed,
an enlarged idea of what reality is. Essentially,
who they are in reality.
It's like a false perception someone has about the reality of themselves, something inflated, not thinking less of themselves, but thinking more than what the truth really is.
Yeah. So and then, how is that? I would tend to imagine that pride is like is something gone wrong with humility, and how can we? Yeah.
Okay, so then humility.
Yeah, what is humility?
So humility, I think we can define as the recognition of the truth without being boastful about it.
So yeah, so I guess, yeah, I would agree, because in humility, true humility, I think, would be to understand, both your good attributes as well as your bad, so to understand kind of your place in the ranking, the hierarchy of greatness to suckiness.
Yeah, and I think... So when we run into some problems about this, something I think people tend to fail to recognize about humility is that you can be someone who is very good at what they do. Let's say you're the best at what you do.
Yeah.
You can recognize that you are in fact the best, or let's say in your community that you're very good, you're the best at what you do. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean that you're prideful.
Yeah.
Because what you're doing is you recognize the truth.
But if you are the best, you have to, because there's always a bigger fish in the pond, as Coldplay says.
That's why I say. So let's just say in like a community, like in the workplace, you're the best person in your workplace.
Yes, a small pond.
Yeah. Right. You can't say for certain I am the best on planet Earth at this, unless it's some activity you made up that nobody else has ever done before. But
right, if you made up a card game.
That's really irrelevant. Right.
Yeah. I digress.
So, if I recognize that I'm the best at what I do, now if I go around saying, "Oh, I'm the best," and I am the best,
that's pride, but how
it's prideful.
Because it's accepting, it's knowing that you're the best, but I think also it's stopping there. It's like it's looking too much at yourself, whereas humility, understands that you could be the best.
You're sort of indulging in the idea of being the best. Mm-hmm. If I'm the best at what I do, I think to be humble about it is to recognize it, but to not dwell and sort of indulge yourself in that idea and sit back and think, you know what, I am so good at that, even if you are. And I think that's where we find our problem.
It stops short of where your thinking should continue on to, because if you're the best at something, then generally it should be to aid others, either to teach them how to do what you're doing if it's of good cause, or to help others. I think because pride always stops short of the better good. I think that's involved. So like if you're the best copier, if you're the best person that uses a copy machine in your office, I'm the best. Well, you should copy things for other people.
Yeah, that's being humble about it.
Yeah.
Now, on the other side of this coin, we have what's false
Two-sided coin.
humility.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Right? I think false humility is a great thing because people buy into
That
false
way
humility.
more. People accept false humility as being better than pride, and I think false humility just has permeated society much more than pride has because when you see pride, you're like, oh, that's stupid, disgusting, I don't like that person. But when you see false humility, you're like, oh, that person's humble, they're a nice person. But
Right.
really, you could let's talk about like Mother Teresa
Ooh, interesting.
or Gandhi. Both of those people were super, for the people of the Earth.
Were you going to say Americas?
Yeah. But, they were also for the Europeans and everyone else.
I'm pretty sure they were both in India, actually, for a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue your story.
Thanks. So, now that I've been humiliated,
Humility.
no, but these people, what were we saying? False.
We're talking about false humility.
Okay, well, let's forget those people because, so let's
I don't
say you go up to someone and they're like, wow, you're really good at this. And you're like, no, I'm really suck.
I'm so...
Kick the dirt, look down. Suck. Most people are like, wow, that person's humble. But usually, if that person is actually pretty good at something, then that's false humility because they aren't accepting, their
Right.
attributes, their good attributes.
Right.
And they're saying that they don't have them. And that's just, that's not good
so
either.
part of that humility is to be able to accept... to be able to accept someone telling you something, giving you a compliment. If they say something to you and you're like, oh, no, stop. Not only are you not recognizing this truth and you're like allowing it to happen and you're not
Yeah, why not?
searching
Why
for
aren't you?
people to continue to do this, you're also not allowing them to give you a compliment. If I tell someone that I think this is great, but they're like, no, in a way it's like you're rejecting the compliment. You're not allowing them to like create this act of kindness to you. So you sort of deprive both of you of something good.
Of doing, of giving someone a compliment and then of receiving one. Because if you don't receive a compliment, just as you don't receive charity or you don't receive, gifts at Christmas, then you're depriving that person of giving those good things.
Right.
So then you're keeping them from, the joy and the happiness of doing something good.
Yeah.
And that's just mean. You gotta stop doing that.
Yeah, like Mother Teresa and Gandhi, apparently. Is that what you were trying to say?
In the Americas.
Yeah. Mother Teresa and
think so.
Gandhi come into the Americas with
Dude,
false
they were
humility.
both in America, I'm sure.
Yeah, at some point. Well.
I know what Mother Teresa was. So, let me be prideful on that one.
Whoa! That almost fell, but I caught it with my feet.
Because you're the best.
Anyway.
So, that's kind of it, actually,
Yeah.
now that I think of it. It was pretty short today, even though it's probably still 20 minutes.
But hopefully, it's probably nice if you have a short attention span that you're able to keep this going on for the amount of time it did.
And if you have a short attention span, don't be upset about what Matt just said. Because I've got a short attention
Anyway,
span.
subscribe to our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video and join us next time for the next episode of Between Two People.
Thanks.